Welcome to Step 8 of Fortune Publishing Group's 10-Step Proprietary Book Engineering Template video. Now, before we get into Step 8, let's talk about how to submit your work to publishers. In a traditional publishing arrangement, the publisher pays you for the right to publish your work for a specific period of time. Now, traditional publishers assume all costs and pay the author in advance and royalties. So you might be wondering, how do you find or get a traditional publisher to work with you? Now you must persuade them to accept your work and offer you a contract. Now, almost no agent or editor accepts full manuscripts on first contact. This is what no unsolicited material means when you read submission guidelines. However, almost every agent or publisher will accept a one-page query. And you could do this by pitching them via mail or at a conference or by finding a literary agent. Now, if you're wondering how much it costs to publish, then you're not thinking of traditional publishing, but self-publishing. Now, there are 5 basic steps to getting a book published. So getting your book published is a step-by-step process. Step 1 is determining your genre or category of work, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. However, novelists or fiction writers follow a different path to publication than nonfiction. Now, Step 2, assessing the commercial potential of your work. Step 3 is researching the appropriate agents or publishers for your work. Step 4 is reading submission guidelines or agents and or publishers. And Step 5 is submitting your materials to agents and or publishers. Now that you know the steps to submitting your work to a publisher, let's continue the steps to getting your manuscript completed in 90 days. There's 10 steps I want you to take, and my template is easy to understand and follow as long as you follow each step one step at a time. Now, the first step of my template to writing your book is to write down 16 of the most important topics that you want to cover with your book. The second step is to take the 16 topics from the first step and find the 10 topics that are the best on the list, and you want to put a line through the 6 you're not going to keep. The third step is to organize the 10 topics that you have left in a sequential order. Like I said, what you want to cover first, second, third, etc. And these topics will end up being your chapter titles. The fourth step is to write 18 elements that you want to cover for each chapter you created in step number 3. Now, these are like subtitles for each chapter. The fifth step to writing your book is to take your 18 elements that you want to cover in step 4 and put a line through 3 elements you can do without. The sixth step to writing your book is to organize your 15 elements into a logical sequence. What you want to do is number them 1 through 15 in order of how it's written and how you want it read. Now, the seventh step to writing your book is to turn each of your 15 elements into a significant statement. What you want to do is ask yourself, what is important about this element? And then make a very brief statement about each element. The eighth step to writing your book is to turn each of your significant statements into a question. What you want to do is ask why or how or what is the best way to. Ask any question that require an answer. Now, it's very important for you to just get something written first and worry about getting it right later. This is the 8th step of writing your book. The next step to writing your book will be focused on in the step number 9 video. I'm Max Fortune. It should be easier to write your book now. So what I want you to do is make sure you're following each one of these steps. Thank you for watching the 8th step of Fortune Publishing Group's 10-Step Proprietary Book Engineering Template video. See you in the next video.